Okay, good. Okay, so excited that you guys are on. Happy March. I know it's like happy March. It's already like the end of the first week, but it is happy March. So I'm excited you guys are on. And I know Zulema's here from the gymnastics, and Vicky's here, and Andrea's here, and Courtney's here with Zara and Jen, and now she disappeared. And Chrissy with her British accent, love you. And Dee is back, yay. So before we even start, I have to tell you, I think we have a new consultant. But we've already seen her once, but she went through a transformation. So Vicky, show off your work, girl.
I saw off my work.
Look at Monica.
This is Monica.
Hey.
Wow, look at her.
I needed a change.
It looks super on her.
Thank you.
I mean, she is like, she showed up and I was like.
And I'm in Florida with my sister.
Yeah, we're in here.
She's
love it.
great. She's great.
And then Monica says, and we're not done yet.
No, we're not through. She's not through. She's helping me out.
It's so cute. It's so cute. We're so excited for you. And you were not beautiful before, but now you look sharp.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She went to the doctor's with me and she saw a reflection in the door. And she thought somebody was coming in.
The other way. Thank you very much, honey. I'm not through.
Well, you look awesome.
Good
She's got good ears for short hair, I'll tell you. Well, I'm excited you guys are all on. And Andrea, do you want to share your video or do you want to go ahead and go into crows?
Yeah, do some crows. That sounds perfect.
All right. Who wants to brag about their week? Who had something fun happen this week besides Monica getting a whole makeover?
Yeah, that's mine. That's my week. That's my week. She just came in today.
Yeah.
We just started.
She made me all over.
Well, and I'm not going to reveal who's our queen for the week, but I have to brag a little bit on Monica. Her first week, she had a star week in sales, over 300 in sales.
Yay for me.
So that's a good start. And you don't even know what you're doing yet. So I love that. And Mary Kay always said, you can get by with 10% education and 90% enthusiasm. You don't have to wait until, we've got people who are C personalities and they're like, I need to get organized. I need to do this. And I'm like, no, there is no, I need to. You choose to start putting product on people's faces because that's what's going to do it. And Andrea and I are going to talk to you a little bit about the IPA thing, but she and I are the only ones posting on Superstar's Facebook page. And we've got like all these little pot of goals and all these little faces. And I told her today, I go, I feel like we're just like you and I are playing this game and no one else showed up to the court. So it would be great to have you guys jump on Facebook and participate in the game that Andrea and I are having a ball.
And Fran, she posted.
Fran, okay, I didn't see that. I did not see that yet. So
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. I'm really excited about you guys. So who else has something to crow about? I'm digging that shirt, Zulema. Okay, anybody?
I don't know where she's at.
You guys work in your business? Yeah. Yep.
Well, Jen is on the line. She, of course, is a busy mama. She's got 3 with a little one, and she was able to be on video or audio tonight. So I'm just super proud of her.
Yay. I know Zulema's at gymnastics, so she can't really talk. Well, Jen, we're so glad you're here. Welcome. And Courtney and I were talking about doing her first real launch party and getting her off the ground. And so we're excited about that as well. Okay, well, you ready, Andrea?
Yeah, I can do it. I got my share ready and voila.
Let's learn something.
I was working for a major automotive company, but I just wanted so much more. I really didn't know what flexibility looked like because I always worked for someone else. So the Mary Kay vision that I received came from my recruiter, Kathy Halou. It was just the sisterhood that I needed, and they gave me the comfort becoming so much more. Then the challenge was what really kept me going. I do work a lot, but I choose the hours that I'm going to work. The red jackets that we have here, I believe they come wanting to believe. When they get here, the feeling, the spirit makes them know that it's real. I thought I was a little bit smarter. And so I didn't always do the weekly plan sheet. And then you hit a roadblock. Maybe if the women that are where I want to be are all using the 6 most important things list and they're creating it before they go to bed, then maybe that's something that I should do. If you are making the decision to become a Mary Kay beauty consultant, to earn your first card, to become a sales director, to become a national sales director, somehow every leader, every person that you need for your journey shows up. Every woman lines herself up. I've learned how to love my husband. I've learned how to allow my children to be who they need to be and not who I think they should be. I've learned how to guide people from afar. The person that I have become is more powerful than anything. You guys didn't know me 20 years ago. You know, I was young, hot-headed. Now I'm calm, if that is such a thing. I want you guys to experience every bit of the joy that I have felt in Mary Kay. From picking up my first career car to getting my highest paycheck to seeing 4 offsprings walk across the stage at seminar. For anyone that is just starting her Mary Kay business, I believe that it is our responsibility to let them know that if it gets hard, you don't quit. And just because you don't hit your goal, it doesn't mean that the goal is not right. It simply means that you change the date and you keep going. Never give up.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I hope everybody could hear that.
Yeah, that was good. I could hear it.
I got to tell you, I've watched that probably a dozen times. Tonight, I heard so many new things. Like, these videos are so powerful. I hope that excited you.
Yeah,
And
start your day with one of these videos. Go to the video lounge and just put something on while you're doing your makeup or your hair or, you know, feeding your kids breakfast. Your kids hearing these things is not going to hurt them a bit. And I have to tell you guys something. When I was building my Mary Kay business 150 years ago, we actually had cassettes. And then we had CDs. Y'all, some of y'all, Courtney doesn't even know what a cassette is. Okay. So it's this thing you put in your car player.
Yes, I do, Joanna.
Oh, okay. Well, it's funny because I used to play Kathy Halou a lot, taking Kevin to his preschool before they transferred him to preschool so I could go teach school. And he would say, "Oh, it's the lady that sounds like a munchkin because she talks really high. She's from Toledo." And I would be, "Yes." And he's like, "I like her." And so my son knew who Kathy Halou was. And my kids knew who Rena Tarbett was. And I remember Rena Tarbett coming to Philadelphia for an event and coming to my home. And Jules and I picked her up at the airport. We took her to her hotel because she had to be near the downtown Philly. And Jules was probably 6 years old, no older than Chloe. And she was looking at Rena's rings and they were so pretty. And she said, "Those rings are so pretty." And Rena said, "Which one do you want to wear all weekend?" And of course, Jules, because she's trained well, she chose the smallest one. And Rena said, "I'll get it from you on Sunday when I come to your mom, come to your house for the, the closing event," before we took her back to the airport. And she's like, and Jules never forgot that she got to wear Rena's, no, that was actually in, I don't remember where it was, but anyway, she got to wear Rena's ring, and she was like walking around like this, because of course it was too big for her. And what an impact that makes on your kids to see your mentor and, you know, to show up at your house and love on you and just be your girlfriend. And I think it's so powerful. It's just so powerful. And that's why I really love Zoom, because we, you know, if we were doing a local meeting, it would just be the people who live here. And Andrea would have just the people who live there. And Vicky would be, you know, going to Jamie, who I think she actually likes better than me, but that's okay. But, you know, we would all be trying to fend for ourselves. And so, you know, I embrace this technology. I love that I get to know Andrea's people and she knows mine. And I can say, hey, listen, and I've done this. Zulema needs help with this. And I've got this going on. Can you call her real quick? Yes, because she knows Zulema and she knows Courtney and she knows Amy and I know Chrissy and I know Dee. And so I just think it's amazing. And I want you guys to embrace this, but know that to be in each other's space, there's so much energy. Amy, how many times have I come to visit you? Like 4 or 5 times? Yeah. And it's amazing. The energy is so incredible. So yes, we are better together. So you guys, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here live. I know a lot of people watch the video, but thank you for being here live. We need you. So thank you, Andrea, for that. Bridget Shaw, we all love her. She is awesome. And I see Alice is on and Dee is on, Sayonara's on, and I know Jen's working with her family, and so is Courtney, but we're glad that you guys are on. I hope you can actually hear what we're doing and kind of be able to pay attention somewhat. But let's go into our slideshow. And I've got lots of things on my computer, so forgive me if I show something I shouldn't show. But you know, we do want to welcome you. We are now working on the March pop form. The March pop form. And you guys, please keep in mind that the pop form is always due to your director no later than the 5th of the month. Okay. And so it's so important. We want you to earn these prizes and we want you to get them. So definitely submit. Okay. Do it. And I'm doing kind of a count because we had so many different people give so many different numbers on the March challenge. So I wanted to show y'all that it was 13, but also, you know, because I'm stubborn that way, but I also want to remind you 13 times what our challenge is. So our March challenge is not 30, it's 31 faces. So Andrea, we just did crows, but let's do something fun here. Okay. Let's talk about the emoji game.
Yay. And I just had to put another face on my tracking sheet because when you said that, I'm like, oh, did I track my face? So it's amazing how a track number grows. Emoji. Y'all, this is fun. This is an IPA and we're putting it on Facebook. We have it. So Fran did put it in my group, but I asked her to also put it in your group because I have it in both places. But this is really fun. Every time you sell something, let's celebrate one another, but put your emoji. So there's a money bag, there's a box, there's a speaker for holding a pink possibility chat. There is added a new team member. There's moved up the career path, added one new member to your Facebook group, held one virtual or in-person facial, had one guest on virtual event. Honeypot earned your pre-bling jewelry. That means that it's a $300 wholesale order by the 15th. Now, Joe and I don't always do a pre-bling jewelry, but that's a great goal to have, always hitting 300 by the middle of the month so that you are never missing your bling jewelry at the 600. And that basically means you'll always be a star consultant. So this is a wonderful, fun game to be having fun with together.
Yay. So, Andrea, if you'll just give me permission to kind of give them a little slack on something.
Sure.
There were a few of the emojis that I was like, not only can I not find it, I don't think I'm seeing it. So you guys, if you can't find the little emoji, then just put in the chat box, sold 400.
Yeah.
Talked to 3 people, added 10 people to my Facebook group. So just write it out. Okay. The emojis are fun. We're trying to be creative with you guys, but I know sometimes you're in a hurry or I'm on my phone and I'm trying to go fast. Just put it there because we want to celebrate you every time you hit any of these milestones. We want to celebrate you. So thank you, Andrea, for coming up with that. All right, Andrea, how long do we have before the end of the quarter?
Girls, it's right around the corner, but don't be stopped by that. Be excited, be invigorated. 7 days now to complete, and you can see all these numbers all of a sudden in our face. But what I do want to tell you is stars earn cars. And so when you step into your big girl panties and you just decide it's not if I'm going to be a star, it's when I'm going to be a star, and it's a decision. So then all of a sudden when you start to make phone calls, instead of being a wuss on the phone, you start to step into, great, I'm so excited to feature you in my portfolio. Would this day or this day work better? You're assuming a sale. You are expecting a yes. And that's where you become a different human being, because you're growing into the star and the star team builder and the star Mary Kay consultant that you truly are. And if you're showing up each week, that is who you are.
Yep. I love it. And you guys, I want to be completely transparent with you for a minute. Andrea hates it when I say that because she's like, what's she going to say? Okay. So when I started my business 31 years ago, some of you were not alive. I started my business as a star consultant because my recruiter told me this is how you start your business. So I went and took out a loan from my bank for $2,200 and actually $2,200. And I placed an $1,800 order, and it was right at the beginning of July, right around my birthday, that I placed my order, and I sold every bit of it. Literally, guys, in 2 weeks, I sold every bit of it because my recruiter, it was my mom. My recruiter told me you have to do a perfect start. What's a perfect start? A perfect start is, who can tell me what a perfect start is?
Chrissy knows.
Chrissy, what's a perfect start?
15 faces in 15 days.
Way to go, Dee!
Right. But back then, Dee, it was 5 parties in 2 weeks. So I started calling everybody I knew, and I said, I just started this crazy Mary Kay thing, and I don't even wear makeup, but if you'll show up to my house, I'll give you some food. And they said, okay. So I literally, y'all, like, I sold down to my last lip liner. And a lady said, well, in the book, you have a lip liner that says pink. Can I get the pink lip liner? I go, no. All I have left is one called Raisin. Do you want it or not? My sales skills were so good. Oh yeah, because my goal, I ordered 1,800, which is 3,600. I sold every bit of it, and I was done because I was going to take the profit and pay off a credit card, pay off a couch that I bought, and take the money and put it towards the loan, and I was done. And long story short, I had a very wise person. He was a young banker. His wife was in my aerobics class, and he said, I'm going to teach you how to run a business. You don't pay off your loan in 30 days. You don't build credit that way. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help me as the banker. So let's get you a line of credit and let's get you going. And literally, that man taught me how to run a business. And this was before computers, before cell phones. We actually, remember Delta Dash, Andre?
Oh my gosh!
So we'll have to sit down and tell you guys the olden days sometime. We'll have an olden days talk about when we rode dinosaurs to Delta Dash. And I remember driving from Hinesville, Georgia, 4.5 hours to North Atlanta to the distribution center. And we picked up 18 starter kits and loaded them in my Mary Kay car. And they were literally all the way to the ceiling. We could not see out the back, and brought them back because that's how many people we recruited in 3 days. So I could finish my car. So guys, let me tell you what, when y'all start whining, sometimes I just want to go, dude, you have no idea. I was pregnant.
I had 3 minutes. I had 3 minutes to finish my car, and we had a $3,600 order that we had to put in. And this was before computers were savvy. You had to call and do all the dials for each part number. Oh my gosh, this was like to finish our car. And it was 3 minutes before the deadline, which was midnight. It was insane.
So these calls to the company went like this. Okay, so like, Andrea, pretend you're corporate. So I would go 2 of 104698, and they would go 2
of 109698.
And I would go, okay, 3 of da 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 da, and they would repeat it back. Yeah.
And you're like, I don't have time for this.
Just order me 30 of this. Okay. But anyway, so that's what we did. And I realized different times, different levels, different devils, right? And in today's day and age, we can say, oh, you have access on Facebook and you have your cell phone and you have your computer. But I also realize that the new devils are people ignore you. People don't answer. You guys, if I had called somebody back in the day when I was using the phone with the cord and they did not answer, I got mad. I'm like, there was no caller ID. I'm like, what are you doing? And so, are you okay? I remember going to Blockbuster Video Store and the manager was super cute. And I go, have you ever thought about starting your own business with Mary Kay? And she goes, no, what is that? That was at noon because the video had to be returned at noon. At 5 o'clock, I sat down with she and her husband and did an $1,800 order.
Wow.
That was working with a sense of urgency. It's not pressure. It's not in their faces. It's working with a sense of urgency and not bringing people in with a minimum order, knowing that's all they're going to do for the year. Knowing that if they come in with a minimum order, they're going to flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it until they hit star. And that's the plan that I used to show people. If you're going to come in with a 180, that's all it's, y'all, we've gone from 180 to 225 in 30 years. That's the minimum order. That's amazing. A 180, they got a 40% discount, not a 50. If they came in with a 180, I would actually show them how to sell it, order, sell it, order, sell it, order, all the way to star consultant, not qualified, star consultant. That's what we had. Stars drive cars. You want to drive a car? Let's make you a star. Okay, my lecture's over.
So Joe, I'm going to finish this lecture by saying, be visible. I made a commitment this week that I was going to really get some just more activity and engagement. And thank you, Fran, for kicking that off, because right now I have had 2 people engage with comments, but you got to start somewhere with changing and creating momentum. So in my VIP group, I am doing something, but I want you to know, by getting in their face, and I did an email to let them know that this week in my Facebook group, I'm giving something away, but it's based on comments. Today, after 2 or 3 days of putting this effort in, I had over $400 in sales at 10 a.m. And so I just encourage you, be in their space. Mailings are great. The PCP is great, but it is factual that if your customers don't see your name every 6 weeks, then they're going to say, oh, let me go to Ulta, let me go to Nordstrom, oh, let me go to CVS, and they don't even think of you. It's not a slight. It's just that they don't think of you. So you want them to think of you. And you can do that in a polite way, like she said, being politely persistent.
And so something else that I want to kind of stress to you guys, especially with the level of customers that you guys are dealing with, higher level customers want an experience. So I have customers that come by, they don't want to come in my house. I mean, not that my house isn't clean or something, but they're like, can I just run by your mailbox and pick it up? I will still give them an experience. I will give them a microdermabrasion sample, and I'll write a note on their ticket and say, use this microdermabrasion tonight and think of me as you erase all the dead skin cells. an experience, making it personal. Now, if they will come inside, oh, then I have their bag with all their product and I go, okay, so this is what you ordered. This. Oh, and by the way, oh, where is it? I just put it, oh, they're right here. Hang on. By the way, now y'all just saw I'm wearing leggings. Okay, by the way, I just want to show you real quick our new clinical solutions. You probably don't want it, but I've made it my goal to talk to 10 people about this week. Can I give you some information? And they're like, sure. And so I tell them about it and I say, you can do the hydrator or the reducer or both and just create like a whole new face without having any injections or having to go to a spa, and you're right here at my house. And if you hate it, you can return it for a credit for something else. And they go, okay, give it to me. You guys, these are the last 2 I have. I ordered 12. Just by saying, so it's my goal this week to talk to 10 people about this. So you're number 7. Do you know anybody else I can talk to? Because I really want to be able to tell my unit I did it.
Oh, I love that. Jen already had an $80 order, and you guys, I love this. And it's all basically word of mouth. I do want to just, we do have some good stuff tonight, but Joe, you're just stimulating some of my thoughts. Show up with professionalism. I loved the video we just watched, and if you came in and you didn't see it, watch the recording, but I encourage you to really take a moment and try to ask yourself, am I as impeccable as those women in that video? You got to see a pretty much a workshop, something that would be very similar to seminar or career conference, and people are going to invest in you if you are stepping up to that professional level. Mm-hmm. And I believe truly, I have a lot of people come and ask me to, partner with them or business with them, go to their store or whatnot. But I don't think that they're taking their business seriously when they're not dressing and presenting with cleanliness. If their car's trashed and I happen to see them, like, these are those moments where you just don't think that that person deserves your investment. And so I hate to say it, but people are also judging us to see if we have that level of professionalism that they would have value from. So I'm proud of you all, but career conference around the corner. Make sure that you are looking the part as you represent us. And that video is a great example.
And you know what? One more thing. I just want to, and then we'll go back to the slideshow, but Andrea and I are just having so much fun here, just chatting with you guys. If you are not already planning on going to seminar, I want you to do some serious thought and prayer about it, because, leadership, it was all, virtual and all this. Seminar last year was virtual. Even if you go to a Mary Kay function, like career conference or seminar, I don't care if you go like Monica, brand spanking new, you haven't been a star, you're not a senior, you're not a red jacket, you're just like, you might feel like I am low man on the totem pole. You might even feel like I've been doing this for 20 years and I'm a low man. It doesn't matter, guys, because I want to tell y'all a quick story. Will you indulge me, Andrea?
Yes.
So when Rena Tarbett was our national, we would all go into seminar a day ahead of time, and we would have what, I get goosebumps, we would have what's called Director's Day. And she would let DIQs come as well, but we had Director's Day, and Director's Day was all day. Like when we finished Director's Day, we were ready to go home and go to work. She had her top 10 directors speak. She had, and you got to remember, she had over 1,000 people in her unit, not to mention how many directors, like,
we were over 200.
I was going to say 150, 200. So we would all show up, and yes, you get recognition for being in the top 10 and all that. But the first year my unit ever did $500,000. If you do $500,000, oh, I wish I'd gotten them out. You got these gorgeous 24 karat gold tiger earrings. Tiger earrings, because she was Tarbett Tigers, and they were gold filigree, and they were made specifically for her. That's the only place you could ever get them. And I was so excited to walk on stage at her director's day, which the stage was like this high. Okay. It wasn't like seminar stage, and to get my earrings. And I thought, I have arrived. I am a $500,000 director in the Tarbert area. I don't care what happens at seminar. Bam, I'm in the top 10. I am all that and a big bag of chips. Right before lunch, she brought up the $500,000 directors. And then she said, and the following directors did $500,000 for the first time. And I want to give them their 24 karat gold filigree tiger earrings. And she gave it to me and 3 or 4 others. Do you know what happened to me at lunch? I thought people would be coming to like bow down and ask my advice of how I did it and tell me how awesome I was and like to just like give me a foot rub or something. Do you know what every single person who spoke to me at that luncheon said? I had no idea you'd never done $500,000 before. You know what that taught me? You know, God just loves to teach us lessons while he's giggling in the background. You know what that taught me? No one cares. They care because they care about you, but nobody cares where you are on the scoreboard. They don't care. Like that's why we say we compete with others ourselves. We don't compete with each other. Andrea and I do not compete with each other. My journey is different from her journey. And we don't compete with others. So you show up, you say, I'm excited for what I did. Let's plan for what I'm going to do next year. And we all celebrate you in your journey. And Sayonara, you've been at seminar several times. Vicki, you've been there. It's not about, well, you only did this or you only did that. All we do, it's all positive. Whatever you did, we're going to celebrate. If it's walking through the door, we are going to celebrate you. And it's fun and it's drama free. I promise you. Because, you know, me, no BS, no drama. And you dress up and you have fun and you go home and you start working your business again. So I just want to encourage you guys. Oh, Zulema must be transferring to her car. I just want to encourage you guys, figure it out. Figure it out how you can get to seminar this year. And I want to do something right now. Andrea's going to be like, what? I will give everybody, I'll put everybody's name. I've got a really cool Rena Tarbert gift.
Ooh.
Everyone who commits to going to seminar, and I'm going to give y'all a few days, by Friday, because I fly out to New Jersey for my daughter-in-law's shower. Everybody who commits by Friday, yes, I'm going to seminar, including directors. I just got Andrea's attention. I will put y'all in a drawing, and I'll do a drawing, and I will draw out everybody who says, yes, I will commit to seminar, commit by Friday. Okay, I'll put you in a drawing and you will get that gift when we get to seminar. And you know it's going to be awesome. It's going to be from one of my Rena prizes.
Oh, it has Rena cooties.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to our slideshow. Let's do some quick Reco and all that, because we've got some really cool stuff to share with y'all. So look at these numbers, guys. If you don't know what your numbers are, this is it. This is how far you go to being a star consultant. Okay. And then we also want you guys to know that we are doing the birthday bash on March 22nd. Andrea's birthday is the next day, so we'll sing happy birthday to her as well. But you guys, so important. Just today, I had a customer order and she goes, do I get a birthday discount? And I went, I should have had a V8. I realized it's her birthday and I haven't even told her about the birthday bash. So I immediately put the flyer in her product bag. So Andrea, tell us how powerful this could be, especially with everybody going into this drawing.
Yeah, and can I also have, can I show them where some scripts are?
Yeah.
Okay, so gang, couple things. Number one, I would start getting, I mean, right now, we try to give you guys a couple weeks notice. Why? because there are things that are more of a strategy, and you're going to make calls, you're going to send text messages, people might not respond, and they might need to hear more than once. Now, this was January to March. So if you happen to be like me and you send birthday gifts to all of your VIPs, maybe there are people that the VIPs know that are not on your list. These are people you want to invite. You want to invite all of your current customers and brand new people who've never tried Mary Kay. Now, what you send them is totally up to you. We will be doing our Fab Five, and we probably will have them put on a mask. Joe and I will get that information. We haven't finalized it, but we will let you know this week exactly what we're going to do. And we're going to talk about the 3D. We're going to talk about the repair. And so if you send them those samples, that's fine. They're going to get to experience that. But we're going to be talking about a couple of our products. We're going to share our little stories, a shorter version of, ourselves. Maybe we might have one other person share their story, but we're going to give away door prizes and the grand prize $50 gift card to Mary Kay. That will be from half Joe and half me. Now, this is that opportunity to look and find people through Facebook, or sometimes, I was at lacrosse and somebody was like, oh, I'm having my birthday celebration. Hello. I'm going to give her that little invitation. And as you build up these lists, you want to follow up. So I'm going to screen share. Let me pull up my Facebook here. My computer is being very slow.
Can I help you?
Yes. Why don't you go to can you go into my guides?
Yeah.
So today I took some scripts that another top director has shared, and I put it in our guides for birthday. Now, tweak the script for this event, but I'm going to recommend that you start calling, and then doing some of the text messages for this event. If for some reason they can't come to this event, then of course, set up a private session. Allow them to take advantage of your birthday special. Is it not working?
It's not working. Sorry.
It's okay. Let me just have all of you, everybody write down Andrea's Amazing Graces Facebook page. Hopefully you guys are all members. I feel like you are. But go into guides, and you're going to find it says scripts and lead organization. And so I have.
Okay. Go to guides,
Yes.
scripts,
Yes. And it's under the topic is lead scripts and lead organization. So you're going to see some pictures. So I would recommend you save those to your computer. And if I can just do it on my phone here real fast, I'll show you that in addition to the invitation that we have for the birthday, you're going to see this. This is what I can't see myself. Let me just see. Can you see me? Okay. So you're going to see this picture. And that's what has the scripts. And so if you go to the comments below, you're going to see exactly what you can say. There is a birthday picture with a discount. And then it says on day 3, you would do this. On day 4, you would do this. And so I've given you a whole bunch. This one says Slay the Day. And these were made by, a cute little GIF. Gift that you can send to people. So this was stuff that somebody's put the time and the effort in, and I want you to capitalize on it. So I shared it in our group. Yeah, so hopefully you will check that out.
So go to Andrea's Amazing Graces. You don't have to ask permission, but you guys, so let me tell you something else I've been doing. I just had coffee with a friend of mine yesterday, and I gave her product that she ordered. And I said, hey, I know your birthday isn't January, February, March, but I'm going to show you this flyer real quick. Let me show y'all what I did. I handed her this. I said, people love to celebrate their birthdays. And what I have found in 30 plus years in Mary Kay is sometimes I send a birthday note or birthday card or a birthday text, or I call a customer on her birthday. And you know what they say to me? You're the only person that remembered. So I said, Allison, who do you know who had a birthday in January, February, or March that we can invite to this? And if they purchase anything or they book a party, you'll get hostess credit based on them. But more importantly, we'll be able to celebrate your friends who had a birthday in January, February, or March. And she goes, oh my gosh, I've got several people I could invite. I go, okay, let's do it. Now, unfortunately, our church has something every Tuesday night, so she can't be on, but her friends can be on. And so you guys, even if it's not their birthday in January, February, or March, say, oh my gosh, who do you know who has a birthday in January, February, March? And then the other thing is I sent Marion Goldglia ordered like $400 worth of product today. And I said, girl, I want to celebrate you for your birthday. Why don't you invite 10 friends and let's have a birthday party just for you? And I sent her this flyer and she's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So y'all, people are funny about stuff like this. Like they like you to celebrate their birthday. The way I get people to sign up on my website is I say, hey, sign up on my website and make sure you put your birthday, because I always like to celebrate birthdays. And then when I want to do a check on my website of all my customers, I'll send out an e-card to all my customers and I'll say, hey, I just want to let you know that I'm having a buy two, get one free on, True Dimension lipsticks, because, they're being discontinued. And also, if you will make sure that I have your birthday correct on my website, you'll get an extra little gift in your package. People love giving you their birthdays, not their year. But they like mine's July 24th, and I will give y'all a notice every week from now until my birthday. And it's not that I want presents, but people want to be acknowledged, right? They want you to know it's their birthday. So thank you, Andrea, for that. That was so good. You're always so good. You have so much wisdom. Okay. Let's go. Come on. There you go. And everybody who's on is going to go in the $500 cash giveaway. You guys, that ends on March 31st. Okay. So we've got about 3 weeks here to keep doing these shares. So make it count for you. Okay. All right. So we're going to zip through some of this because Andrea's got some amazing training for us and I don't want us to miss it, but I'm so proud. Sayonara, you already are done with January, February, and March, which I'm sure doesn't surprise you guys because last week she had a grand week. So what happens? You sell the product, you order the product, and that's where we celebrate you with the company on this jewelry. So you are already done with January, February, March. And then this is everybody else who's on target with January and February done. So it's consistency. It's not, can I run up my credit card bill? It's consistency. You sell 1,200, you order 600. Okay. All right. So let me zip past a couple of things. Oh, Andrea, the MK Live Social Challenge. You want to ask who's doing that? Like,
Sure.
how do we do this? How do
You know what? Just on your Instagram or your personal Facebook page, just put your life and then make sure you have the hashtag #MyMKLife. And you don't have to have social media challenge, but #MyMKLife. And you can even tag Mary Kay US. And of course, there's always prizes when they do this stuff for those people, but you're also going to be featured on the Mary Kay wall.
Love it. Okay. All right. Well, we're excited about Career Conference. You guys still have time to qualify, okay, to earn your dinner and to possibly earn part of your hotel stay. So you guys, 3 great start qualified team members by March 17th, and you're going to get all these amazing rewards. So I am going to jump. I know Andrea won't mind because we're got about 10 minutes left. We are so excited about our new people. And let me go. Let's figure out. Okay, so get your pop form out. And I actually heard Vicki training Monica earlier, and she goes, okay, so this is your pop form and you have to fill in your points. And so, yeah, that's right. And then you have to turn them in by the 5th of the month. Okay, so here we go. When you do your pop points, you get Mary Kay product or MK event cash. I love Vicky. She always asks for the cash. I love that. She's like me. She's a cash girl. So anytime you have 10, you get 10 points. If you are on live, if you're live right now, yay. Or you watch the video by Wednesday, then you give yourself 10 extra points. So give yourself 10 points if you're on right now. If you turned in your weekly accomplishment sheet and you see your picture there, give yourself an extra 10 points. How easy is that? That's so super simple. And then if you, hang on, that I should have skipped that one. If you had any full circle appointments, so anybody that you did the skincare and you close the sale and everything, give yourself 10 points for every full circle face. All right. And let's see who our queens are. Oh my gosh. I'm so pumped about this. Because you guys, I get excited about our queen because Sayonara had almost a $900 week. But I want you to see how many of your Mary Kay girlfriends actually had a star week, which is a $300 or higher week. So Vicky, 520, Zulema, 465, Monica, first week working her business, almost $400, and Amy, 365. So give yourself 10 points, and Sayonara, give yourself 20 points. And you know, it's funny, I would ask Sayonara to speak, but you know what she's going to say? I just do my business. I know, we love her. Also, Sayonara gets 20 extra points. She has a brand new team member. I can't even say this woman's name, Ednia Castro. So she is coming back into Mary Kay onto Sayonara's team. So we're so excited. We hope to see her on a Zoom meeting soon. Okay, give yourself 50 points when you have a team member, becomes Great Start qualified in the month of March. And then the rest of it will be who will be our March superstars. Okay, now we've got our stars. This is everybody who's on target for star right now or finished. Andrea is already a pearl. You guys, pearl is the highest level. I looked at her points today and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think she's going to beat my record.
Oh, I don't know, but I'm going for 4,000 in sales this month to max out, double credit.
You're doing it, girlfriend. And she boxered me this morning. She goes, I've been calling my customers and I'm doing this and I'm doing this. So I'll talk to you about the meeting later. I'm like, go work it, girl. So proud of her. So we've already got all these women who are star consultants. So proud of each one of them. Now let's go into our education segment. Andrea, can you talk about how people invite their guests to the birthday bash? I mean, we've talked about it a little bit and you've given them the script, but do you want to do a role playing with one of your peeps? You want to do a role play?
I don't know. If we're trying to be on time, I'm almost feeling like we're good there. Can we maybe move on to the other parts?
Yeah, okay, sure.
But I would say that you want to really be focused on that, because if you think, oh, I'm going to have a guest and it's Monday, then you've just waited too long. So now is the time.
Okay. So I wanted to talk to you guys again really quickly about double credit. They will not do this again this seminar year. So every wholesale order that you do, it's twice that much in retail, and then they're doubling it again. So the max you can do is 2,000 wholesale, which is actually 8,000 retail. If you don't understand the impact that a maximum order will make, not only towards your star and towards your possible team, but towards the princess or the National Court of Sales, please, please call Andrea or I. You know, you take the wholesale times two, and that's the value towards Princess Court or National Court of Sales. So I'm telling you right now, this is huge. I'm in shock that they did it. because they already did something like this earlier in the year, but it blows my mind. And I'm going for max as well. And Andrea's going for max. Who's got a goal with the double credit? Not necessarily to max it out, but who's got a goal? Like, you have a goal. This is what I want to achieve with. Okay, Sayonara's got it. She's already got in a qualified order this month. So, okay, Amy's.
Put your goal in the chat. Put your goal in the chat. We need to pray for everybody.
Yeah. So when I sent the message out, Amy said, praise God. I'm like, because she's going for national quota sales and she's been working her tail off all year. Yeah. And, if you're like, oh my gosh, Joanna, there's no way I can hit national quota sales. Can you hit Princess Court?
Yeah.
Because like Andrea said last week, Princess Court is huge. It's not like less than, it's huge to walk across that stage at Mary Kay National Area Night and to be celebrated that way. And you get a sash that you wear the entire time you're at seminar that says Princess Court. Over the top, amazing. And you could do it if you were starting your business right now. To start with 8,000 retail. Yeah. So don't think I'm too far away. I can't do it. You guys, think about what Bridget Shaw said. She was like, focus on your goals, focus on your dreams. And when things aren't going your way, stick with it. And that's so important. Just stick with it. Don't quit. Okay. All right, Andrea, 3 party levels.
Okay. So now, actually, you don't even need that on there. So I did think of one thing, when Joe said, inviting, I really want to tell you that, that the importance of a personal part of your message is vital. But I do recommend, if you're calling somebody, I had somebody in a conversation in a reorder this morning. I said, oh, you know what? And I said, would you be my special guest for this event? You've got to be willing to ask the question, because if we're just sort of, pardon my French, but pussyfooting around things like, oh, we're having this event next Thursday. Okay. Are you asking me something? Like, somebody did that to me and I said, oh, that's great. She didn't ask the question. So guess what? I wasn't going to offer that. I wanted to see if she had the ball, pardon my French, if she had the courage to ask me if I would be her special guest, and she didn't. So I wasn't. Now, I'm not trying to be sassy, but I'm trying to tell you guys, have the conversations ahead of time, practice, and just say, I have promised my director that I will show up with 5 of the most impressive women, and I thought of you. Would you be my special guest for our event? Whether it's next Tuesday morning or our model night or our birthday bash. So I just wanted to say that. So now we're going to talk about how do you build your solid, deep base customer. And for all of my consultants, you've heard me talk about the simplistic, how I recommend you educate and expose your people to 3 appointments. And do you want to make me a spotlight? Because I don't think I am. But 3 appointments as you are building that relationship with their customers. And the first one is normally the skin sesh. You can call it a beauty experience. And we all pretty much know what to do in that one. I am not going to talk about that tonight. I'm going to talk about that second appointment. In particular, I'm going to talk about the second appointment. In my organization, you hear us talk about the first appointment is the skin sesh. The second one, you can choose either the spa sesh or the glam sesh. Next week, we're going to talk about, well, what is the spa sesh and how do you do it? That kind of thing. But tonight, I want to talk about the glam sesh. And it's so much fun. I had a client come over last night, but it's really important that you follow some tools. And Mary Kay has given those to us. So I'm going to screen share real quickly. My computer is being a little slow. So as I get it prepped and ready, it is first going to be found in InTouch. And okay, now I've got it. Boy, my computer is really slow. I'm sorry, you guys.
Well, we're digging those earrings.
Well, thank you. Okay, so when we go into Mary Kay, hopefully you can.
I see a blank
Okay,
screen.
so I want to make sure I'm taking you the right place. Forgive me.
Okay.
I actually am going to put it in search engine. I'm going to put shake up your makeup. So if you've never done it this way, that's how I found it the last time. Believe it or not, it is, oh my gosh. I want to just show you where to find it, and I'm not, there it is, second appointment guide. So I'll figure out where this is, but if you just memorize the second appointment guide, you're going to come here.
Mhm.
And you're going to see this appointment guide step by step, which I would recommend you print.
Yep.
So let's just go over it just very quickly together, starting with a hello. I will honestly tell you, no matter who comes in, I am going to review the skincare products that she took home last time. If, as my client did last night, she tried the repair, in fact, she tried the ultimate repair, which would be microdermabrasion with the repair, but she only went home with the repair. Now, this is a nurse who's recently separated and, trying to finance her son's college. And so I am learning more about what she needs. And she's so lonely and yearning for friendship. And so as we were building this relationship, she started falling in love with more. But I would not put Mary Kay on a non-Mary Kay face. So I made sure we get that repair all over the face. During my second appointment, I let them do the whole face. The first appointment, I only let them do the half of the face so that they can visually see the miracle in the couple of minutes. So after she has her face on, then of course, we are going to talk about the different products for color. I am going to educate her with the foundation primer. She's going to use it. She's going to get to try a foundation. Now, you've got to be responsible for your timing. If you are going to do a color match for her, this can take a while. If you're going to do a CC cream or a cream to powder, then that's a little faster, but you're going to do the foundation. Now you're going to move into the eyes. I always, actually what's not there is the primer. I do the eye primer. I let her feel it. I talk to her about the benefits, and then I'm going to talk to her about the shadows. But before we apply them, I am holding up all my brushes, and I'm talking about the brush set, and I'm talking about the accessory pieces, because as Chrissy and Fran taught me, some of the brushes are different now in our brush set, and I did not realize that. So pay attention to the changes. But, that's why you always need to surround yourself with smarter people. And the brushes that are the auxiliary are so important. The cream brush, you don't get that. The liquid foundation brush, you don't get that in the set. The blending foundation brush, the blending brush for the colors, like all of these are must-haves, but they don't come in the set. But the set alone, let me just make sure you also know this. The brushes will make the entire look. And if you don't have the right blending and the right brushes, your colors will look poor. They will look badly applied, and that professional edge, there's some words that I like to use, that crisp professional edge. Those are the image, those are the important words you want to really be talking about when it comes to color. But don't be afraid of all of this. We've got our color cards, so it's a wonderful step-by-step. So I did the colors for her eyes. Of course, we talked about the eyeliner. This is just a guide. You can do whatever you want. But again, as I finished up the look, I did mascara and the brows. I did a lip liner. I did the cheek and the contour, or just a little. I didn't do all of the like Zulema. I just did the very simple contour. And again, you can share with her how with your girlfriends we can do a contour party. And you're layering and planting seeds, lipstick, lip gloss. Now, at the very end, the reason I wanted to show all of this is if you don't have a really strong closing sheet, then you might find yourself like, okay, I'm done. What now? Well, you want to make sure you're prepared. So in your hydro or your spa session, we have a closing sheet that we're going to talk about next week. You can create your own, but the closing sheet that I really love is what the company has. And so if I just show this picture here, you can purchase these on your Section 2 orders. This is fabulous because it helps you teach during the session. But down here is where you are going to, again, offer those specials. Now, last night, I hadn't done a glamour in a while, and I forgot. I'm like, oh, shoot, what do I offer as my special? So let me just tell you what I remembered at the last moment. Sometimes as you're talking, you're like, please come to me. Please come to me. Oh, yes, I remember now. So I'm going to tell you that the Ultimate Color Set for $204, they get a free $55 brush set from me. So that is what my special is. Now, if they don't want that, and I'm going to go through everything with her. If they don't want that one, then the Complete Color Set doesn't have, notice how I'm taking away. It doesn't have this, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have this, but you still get half off of your brush set. That is the special that I offer. And then if that just doesn't work for you, then the Essential Color doesn't have the primer, doesn't have the foundation, but it does have a small, like a color 101. And this one you would earn, and I give a free brush. So I just was doing, I don't even know which brush, I think it was the blending brush. So I encourage you to have these kind of things prepared. I recommend, I'm going to stop the screen share because I recommend you purchase it since it's laminated and it really does last the test of time, only until they update the products. But this is my older one, and it's a fabulous placemat that you could use as well. So that is what I wanted to talk about with second appointments. Any questions on the Shake Up Your Makeup Glamour appointment?
And you guys, if you have a good printer, you have access to a printer and a laminator. Right, Chrissy, that might be true. You can go in and just print off enough for your appointment, laminate it, or just have the sheet. Okay, there. But Chrissy just said she got one in her starter kit, but the pricing might be wrong. And that's the thing, is that the pricing just changed. It only changed like 50 cents to $2 each, but you might behoove yourself by printing it off just for that party and having it for them. But yeah, the guide to the appointment, Chrissy, that does not change. The Mary Kay scripts, I know some of you guys are like, but they're so old. They work. Like, the woman to God as her partner. I don't know that we can go any higher for advice. Okay. So use the scripts. So a couple of the things I wanted to tell you guys, and then we're going to let you guys go. I have a little video I want to show you guys that I think will just really like empower you. So we're going to finish, I would say, in about 12 minutes. When you talk to your customers about having an appointment, and this is so hard for you guys, and it was so hard for me my first like 5 years in Mary Kay, is you've got to say, this is a skincare appointment. I'm going to take you from cleanser to foundation. If you want to do a dash out the door look, you can say, and a quick dash out the door look. One eyeshadow, a lip gloss, mascara. That's it. Why? You're thinking, but it's more efficient to do everything from soup to nuts. But let me tell you why it's not. There's no reason for them to book a second appointment. There's no reason for them to book a follow-up with friends. And when I'm doing an appointment with someone, whether it's one person or 10, I am constantly saying, well, at your follow-up facial with friends, we're going to design a look just for you. At your follow-up facial with friends, and you guys, when I don't do that, when I give into, well, I want to do the whole makeover and have a before and after picture and make it fabulous, they don't book a second appointment. they got everything.
Mhm.
And it would be kind of like, I want you to imagine going to a spa and you signed up. I just got this thing in the mail today, and it was this promotion. It's over here somewhere. This promotion to go in and get a facial and a microdermabrasion and this serum treatment and all this. And normally it's $600, and for you it's only, you know, 100 because you're a new customer. And I pulled it. It's in my stack somewhere. And oh, here it is. There it is. Okay. And I'm thinking, they're not offering to do my mascara or my lipstick or my foundation or my cheek color. It's just skincare. And we have to understand that there's an importance to teaching someone to how to take care of their skin. Now, if they say, well, then I have to go pick up my kids and I'm going to the grocery store and I'm doing, okay, we'll do what's called a dash out the door look. But the entire time you're doing the appointment, you want to say, at your follow-up facial with friends, I'm going to show up a few minutes early or have you come a few minutes early, and I'm going to do a whole makeover just on you. And then you're going to assist me, and they're going to be naked faces and you're going to look fabulous. Or at your follow-up facial with friends, you know, we're going to do, yeah, look at Andrea. At your follow-up facial with friends, I'm going to show you a smoky eye look, and we're going to do it. And you're going to look so good in front of your friends, and we're going to take off all their makeup, and they're going to be like, I want her look. And then when they book their follow-up facial with friends, you're going to get more hostess credit. What am I doing with my head? I'm not a bobble dog. Okay. I'm smiling. Okay. So I know you guys, I did it for my first 5 years in Mary Kay. I did everything from skincare all the way to they were going to prom. Okay. They were going to the next formal. And I lost bookings because they didn't see the need to have a follow-up facial with friends. Okay. So I want you guys to think about that. You don't have to do it. Advice. It's like belly buttons. Everybody has one. Okay. So I make Chrissy laugh. She loves my American humor. But you guys, there's something to be said for that follow-up facial with friends. And you might say, oh my gosh, but it took me, like I had to drive 45 minutes to get there. Okay, but what if you drive 45 minutes to get there in 2 weeks and she has 12 people there because she wants to earn her entire color kit? That's how we build our business. And you guys, I bought this and I bought this and I bought this for years and years and years. Like Bridget Shaw said, I didn't do a weekly plan sheet. I didn't do my 6 most important things list. And then I started listening to people who were doing better than me. And I thought, maybe I should change my habits. Change your habits. And we're not going to fuss at you if you don't. But I'm telling you right now, if you will tell your customer, so we're going to do skincare treatment and take you all the way to foundation. Let me tell you why I take them to foundation, because that's what takes the longest. So when I have, even if I'm doing a follow-up facial with friends, and let's say Chrissy is my customer and she shows up 20 minutes early, or I show up at her house 20 minutes early, I do everything in my own home. And I do the makeover on her, and I do it real quick because I know what colors I'm going to use. I know what she's going to look like. And then she's going to assist me. Okay. She's going to be my assistant because I'm training her to be a consultant. Then I do the same thing with her friends. I take them all the way to foundation. When they walk in the door, when they're like, how are you? How are you? Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. I grab them one at a time. Fran, can I break you away from your conversation? Come on over here. I want to match up your foundation. Okay. And I get their foundation matched. Hey, Zulima, can I break you away real quick before we get started? I want to match up your foundation. Well, I have foundation on. I'll match it right here. I pre-match their foundations because when they walk in and they're doing the chit chat and they're saying hello, and especially with the Brazilian culture, the Latina culture, this is a visit. You know, we Americans were like, let's get to it. And they're like, no, this is a social event. So while they're having this social event, you bring them over one at a time and you say, do you prefer a CC cream, or do you want a luminous foundation, or do you want a matte foundation? Do you want more coverage, less coverage? If you do something called pre-profiling, that will get you light years ahead of the game. And that's where you call the guest ahead of time and say, what kind of foundation do you prefer? A tinted moisturizer foundation, a matte foundation, or do you need more moisture? But that, I'm not even going to go there right now. Okay. So just as they walk in the door, I match them up. I squeeze it out on their tray. It's done. Done. I hand them the profile card. I go, Vicky, write down luminous 210 beige in. Okay, what does that mean? Don't worry about it. I got it. Okay. I have them write on the back of their profile card everything I do. I say, okay, everyone here is now my office assistant. Everything we do today, you're going to write on the back of your profile card, because you guys will not remember 24 hours later what foundation they use. Did they love the primer? What lipstick they use? Have them write it down. Basic training, but we don't go through this a lot because we think you guys already know this, but I'm starting to think that we need to go back to the basics. And that's why Andrea and I have been saying skincare, skincare, skincare. Tonight, how you do the glamour. And next week, we're going to train on spa appointments. Now, spa appointments are not just body care. A spa appointment, well, Andrea, you said it perfectly today. It can be what? Masking, it can be what?
It can be a fountain of youth. It could be a my 5 fab supplements. It can be spa that is more luxurious treatments. So we're going to talk about the options next week.
Good. Okay, so you guys, if you're going to get a sample to your guest for our event on the 22nd, here's what I recommend. Just, again, it's like a belly button. Everybody has one, okay? So I would call your peeps and say, hey, we're doing a birthday bash. I would love for you to be my guest, even if it's not your birthday. What mask would you love to try? Charcoal or moisture rich? Or it's not called moisture rich anymore. It's called something else. And then you, for one envelope, you guys, you can put the mask in an envelope and for 60 cents, mail it to them with the flyer that says, this is the details. I would recommend that you guys write down 50 names before you go to bed of people you're going to invite to the 22nd.
Guys,
And huh?
You can invite guys.
Oh, yeah. And send them the charcoal mask or the moisture mask or the reveal peel mask. Or if you want to send them the pink mask, we don't have samples of that, but you can put it in a pod, a little pod, and you can give it to them. And say, I'm so excited. We're all going to do a mask. And I'm even going to do a mask. And y'all know it has to be charcoal. So I'm going to be all charcoaled up. I'm so excited. I know. Are y'all thinking about who you're going to invite 2 weeks from tonight? Right now, you better start inviting them now. I don't work in a sense of pressure or a sense of fear because Andrea doesn't let me, but I'm telling you right now, you better get off your butts and start inviting people now. Bam. That's all I got to say. Okay. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. You guys are awesome. I'm going to screen share and we are going to walk out of this meeting totally pumped up.
People have this reoccurring nightmare that there's some force that's got a hold of them and it's holding them down and they can't break free. No matter what they do, they can't break free from that force. Well, I'm here to tell you that thing in your nightmare, that thing that's holding you back, that thing that's dragging you down, that thing is you.
There are 2 fundamental attitudes toward life and its sorrows. Those with the first attitude blame the world. Those with the second ask what they could do differently. It's much easier and much more gratifying to your basest desires to blame someone else for your misery.
You know what's so funny? We want people to make guarantees to us, but we're not willing to make guarantees to ourselves. And that's the problem with some of you. You always want to blame other people. You owe you an explanation. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why are you only giving 50%? What's wrong with you? You need to put yourself on punishment. You need to tell you no more TV, no more snacks, no more desserts. No, we working out now. You need to tell you that you owe you something.
Every day I demand more from myself than anybody else could humanly expect. I'm not competing with somebody else, I'm competing with what I'm capable of. My number one competition is me. It's always you versus you. You gotta be the one to get up every morning, be disciplined, put in the consistent daily hard work, because that gains success. No coach, no trainer, no mentor, no boss can do it. You versus you.
I value myself enough to give 120% or don't do it. There is no excuse for not living up to your fullest potential. No excuse. You walk out of this room, you owe yourself. I didn't get here making excuses. What changed? I changed. And I stopped being a victim. I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me. And I said I'm going to grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press toward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power every single day to become a victor and not a victim. Why? Because I owe it to myself. Can't nobody stop me but me.
All right, guys,
Woo! That was awesome.
let's bring it. Okay, guys, let's make it happen. You guys post up on Superstars Facebook page. We want to see what you're selling, who you're seeing, what you're doing, how many guests you're inviting. And it's going to be super fun because you know what? We bring the fun. All right, love you guys. On 3, everybody say bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Where's the count?